What are you doing down there? Oh, sure, don't talk to me. That's very nice. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another toy review. Last time we looked at Red Alert and Sideswipe, and we found that Red Alert is a better transformer, or toy at least, than Sideswipe. And today we take a look at the Autobot trucks. Up first, we have Ironhide. Ironhide is an original G1 Transformer. He's been in all. He's so well known that he's been in a lot of iterations of Transformers, live action, a lot of the different cartoons. But they kept his original design from the G1 cartoon. He's got the red mohawk, and he's even got the front of his truck on his chest. He also is shown to have a rocket launcher, which is very nice because he's a demolition expert, and that shows that he is also a bit of a powerhouse, which he always has been. He also has the rocket launcher can turn into a hammer, a war hammer, which I've always said is better as a toy because Transformers are usually shown having only ranged weapons, and him having a melee weapon makes him stand out a bit more, and that is always very nice. Now, like I said earlier, he is a he has a carbon copy, or at least he is a group of Autobot trucks. He is not the carbon copy because I believe that he is a bit more of the original variation, but uh, as you can see here, he turns into a truck. He's always turned into a truck in every iteration. Even in the live action, they made him into a truck. But in this one, they kept his original design of the truck, which from earlier iterations, I believe they kept the red design of him, which I believe he's always been red, except again for the live action, which he was black. But here we have Ironhide in his alt mode. Uh, Very nice design. Like I said, the only problem is his arms are kind of sticking out, not very flush with the rest of the vehicle. But overall, pretty accurate to what he looked like in the G1 cartoon. You can even put the rocket launcher on the top, whether it be left or right, front or back, and that is very nice that you can do that. And overall, this is a very nice toy. Up next, we have Crosshairs. Now, Crosshairs is the carbon copy of Ironhide. Basically, it was just a repaint, a change of the head, and bada bing, bada boom, they said, hey, look, it's a new Transformer. The only other difference besides that is his Autobot symbol is in the front of his chest, whereas Ironhide, it was on the outer rim. He's got the same weapon, rocket launcher that turns into a Warhammer, and he transforms into the exact same thing as Ironhide. So, otherwise, a very decent Transformer. I don't know what he looked like, and I don't know if he is a G1 Transformer, so I can't give any credentials or criticisms to him on that. So otherwise, very good. Finally, we have Ratchet. Now, Ratchet is a original G1 Transformer. He is the original medic of the Autobot team. One thing I do like about him is that he has kept his items are a bit different. He actually has his wrench here, which is very nice because it's a tool for repairing. He even has a back/shoulder mounted precision laser, which he can be used to cut things, repair Autobots, or even damage some Decepticons. That's always very nice to him. The other thing is that he is an exclusive. This is something to note about him. He is an exclusive Transformer. Besides the uh, for being exclusive, he was a Walgreens only Transformer. So he was a bit tougher to get, but otherwise, very nice that he could be gotten. It is a shame though that he isn't exclusive because he is, like I said, an original G1 Transformer. But what can you do? It's how they wanted to sell him. So that is my quick overview on these Transformers. And like all the Transformers in my collection, I always score them. I score all the Transformers in my collection on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being very poor and 10 being very good. And this is how good of a toy it actually is. And at the end of the series, I will score all of them on what I think is my least favorite or the poorest toy, and what I think is my favorite or the best toy. And this is all very unbiased to how they actually are as characters in the cartoons, movies, whatever. This is all based on how good of a toy it actually is. We first start off with Ironhide. I give Ironhide a 5 out of 10, as I do with all the Transformers in my collection, because he is an authentic Transformer and not some cheap imitation. He gets a point for his design. Even though I said earlier that his truck form has his arms stick out like that, it's not enough for me to degrade it a point because it's still modeled and designed exactly like how it did from before. He doesn't look that bad, and even in his bot mode, he looks pretty good. He loses a point though for model is or whatever I want to call it, but his parts, his doors constantly fall off. They always pop off when you try to transform him or do anything with him, and when you push them up against the legs, they don't stay flush. They always pop off and hover. So I don't like that. That is not good for them. And otherwise, that's all I give for him. So he get oh, that's right. His price was a $45. This is ridiculous because most of the time Transformers are of this type are at least around $20. Transformers in this series or a past series or even more past series that go from Micromasters, Deluxe, Voyager, Leader, Titan. So he's a deluxe class, so he should be around $20, but this one was twice the price, almost the same as a Voyager class, which is kind of outrageous. So I don't think that's very good on them. I don't know why that is. He's not even like an exclusive where he would be that expensive, so that's very strange. But otherwise, he gets a score of 6 out of 10. Very poor, I believe. I believe that's not good at all. So 6 out of 10. Up next is Crosshairs. Crosshairs gets a 5 out of 10 for his design. Or 5 out of 10 for being authentic, but gets the extra point for his design. He doesn't look stupid. I don't know if this is how he actually looked in the cartoons or comics or wherever he came from. But he's very good. I do like him a lot. He gets another point for his joints and everything. Everything's very tight. Everything just feels right. And you can pose him however you want. And it's all very nice. He gets also the point for his price. He was a $20 Transformer. He could be, I've even seen him cheaper, which is very nice. And I'm going to give him an extra point because he was an after form of Ironhide. He came in later in the series, or the toy line. So the fact that he came later and is better makes me think that he is a better Transformer in general. So, like I said, overall score of a 9 out of 10 right here. And finally, Ratchet. I give Ratchet a 5 out of 10 for being an authentic Transformer, as I do of all of them. He gets the point for his design. He looks pretty accurate to how he did in the original cartoon. He's even got his tools, which is very nice to his presentation. There is one thing to note about him. On his box art, he does have that it shows that he has 3 modes, a Bob mode, an alt mode, and then what I consider like an in-betweener because it's either his... It's like a midway between his bot and alt mode that shows like he's like a medical bay for Micromasters that you may have. So and that mode to me looks very stupid, and because it's not part of his actual transformation progress, or he's never had it in the past, he's always been either a truck or a bot, I'm not going to degrade him for that. So that gives him a 6. With the extra point for his price, I thought it was going to be very expensive for being a Walgreens exclusive. He was only around $30 to $35. So, or sorry, I thought he would be $30, $35, but he was only like $25, which makes him very nice. He was also, I'm going to give him another point because I could get him off of other places besides Walgreens. I got him off Amazon. So the fact that I could get him at other places besides Walgreens is very nice that he was readily available, even though for being an exclusive. The point he doesn't get is his design or modeling or whatever you want to call it. He feels he's made out of cheap plastic. He doesn't roll very nice. His arms feel like I could bend them and snap them at any moment or mold them like clay. His one arm right here keeps popping off all the time when I'm trying to transform him. So overall, that's not very good for him, and that gives him a grand total of a 8 out of 10. And with that, Crosshairs wins. Thank you all so much for watching this toy review. Tune in next time to when I actually start discussing some of the Decepticons I actually own. It's not just all Autobots. Leave a comment down below of your favorite Transformer or even your favorite toy. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.